What's up? Hey, you. They're like, hey, you knuckleheads. Hey, you knuckleheads. Walking down the avenue. Walking down the avenue. A few more streets and we'll begin. Sandtown, North MP, Park Heights, RNG, White Rock, Cherry Hill. Oh, y'all know that song? I'm old. That's bottom of the music, baby. Be like, hold up. Black House, LT, 28, Tivoli, Bethel, and Lafayette. Hold up. Yeah. It's been a while since I sang that. I sung that song. But how you guys are doing? Oh, send me digging your nose online. But I got something to tell you. So what you gotta tell us? So let me see. Let me try to throw some dates out here. I like to throw dates out. I like to just put dates out. Right? Because I just like dates. I like dates. I like dates. I like dates. Okay, so I really can't do a date. Maybe I can do outside. That's it. That is a whole lot of it that's missing. But like I just put these in yesterday, right? And although I do like it, it's giving me the itchies, okay? So, um, let's say Monday, Kason said to me, he said, Mommy, I want to talk to oh shit. He like, Mommy, I want to talk to my grandfather, right? And as many of you guys know, I have not had a relationship with my father in a very long time, right? So Kason was like, Mommy, I want to talk to my grandfather, right? And I'm like, okay, if you guys know, if Kason say he wants something or wants somebody, I'm going to try my best to give him that person. If I have that person number, I'm going to call the number and I'm gonna give the phone to Kason. So, Kason said he wanted his grandfather, and I was like, all right, here's the number. Boop, boop, boop. So Kason was like, hi, grandfather, and I guess my father was like, hey, grandson, and Kason was like, I want you to come over here. I want you to come to my house on Thanksgiving, right? And my father was like, all right, grandson, I'm going to come to your house on Thanksgiving. Right. So what had happened was my father had came to my house on Wednesday, the before Thanksgiving. And he didn't come in my house. He came outside. But he came for me and my sister because he had like some games or whatever. So he was like, bring Kason outside by the dumpster. So I brought Kason outside by the dumpster or whatever. And because Kason had a good report card or whatever, my father was like, he was going to give the grandkids, um, anybody who got a good report card, $100. So he was like, Kason, I heard you got a good report card. And Kason was like, yeah, I got a good report card. Mommy, tell him my scores and my SOC. I'm like, Kason, I don't want to tell him your scores, your SAT. So um my father had gave him like a puzzle, a chessboard. It was like a chessboard, Chinese checkers. It was 8 games all together that was in the box. But he also gave him some chalk, and he gave him um 100-piece cupcake cutters, right? So he was like, okay, and he stayed outside and he played with my nephew. He played with my father for a little bit. And then, I'm like, all right, I gotta go in the house. My back hurt. I came in the house. But I had told Casey, I was like, tell your grandfather, thank you for the money and for everything that he gave me or whatever. So Casey like, thank you. See your grandfather. So Casey come in the house, and the first thing Casey said to me is like, Mommy, today not Thanksgiving. I didn't ask him to come today. I told him to come on Thanksgiving. Y'all know my son is very vocal on what he wants. All right. And I'm like, okay, Casey. So, Thanksgiving came and I didn't know if my father was coming or not. And, I didn't call him. So, because a lot of my sisters and them was going over my niece's house. And I'm like, I'm not going over there. One, I don't want to have to find a ride and find a ride there and find a ride back home. So I'm going to just stay home. So Thanksgiving, we pretty much ate in house. Then we went to my sister's house and then we came back. We were in my sister's house for like 5 minutes, right? So then we came back in the house, and Casey kept asking me like, "Mommy, is the day Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "Yeah, Casey, the day's Thanksgiving." He didn't ask to speak to my father, but we went to sleep, and we woke up on Friday. Casey was like, "Mommy, is the day Thanksgiving?" I was like, "No, Casey, the day not Thanksgiving." He like, "But my grandmother said he was coming." I'm like, "Okay, Casey, go get my phone." Right? That's not my conversation. It's not my conversation to have with you for why he didn't come. So, son, Casey like, "Hey, grandfather," and he was like, "Why you didn't come here? I wanted you to come here on Thanksgiving." He was like, "You did?" He like, "But I came here on Wednesday." He said, "But I didn't tell you to come here on Wednesday. I told you to come here on Thanksgiving." Right? So my father was like, "All right, I'm gonna come tomorrow." Thursday. Today Saturday. I think he already told him he was coming back. Because today's Saturday, right? And not Sunday. Let me check my D's. Because I think today's Saturday, right? Yeah, so I think he said he was gonna come yesterday, but somehow he ended up being at work for a longer time. So he was like, "Grandson, it's getting late. I'm gonna come tomorrow." But he was like, I'm gonna come tomorrow and I'm gonna eat with you. He was like, what type of pizza you want? So Casey was like, I like cheese pizza. So like, time is going by and time is going by. I didn't call him because one, I wasn't gonna call. So um Casey kept like this morning when we woke up, Casey was like, Mommy, I'm not gonna eat because I'm gonna wait till my grandfather get here. Right? I'm like, Casey, he gonna be a while, so eat. So I made Casey some. It's a video. I just haven't posted it. I made him some French toast. I made him some sausages, and which he didn't eat it. He didn't eat it because he said he wanted to wait till my father got here. I gotta lean back my back. So I'm like, Casey, you gonna take a minute, da 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 da, and he was like, no, Granddad gonna come. Granddad coming. Granddad say he coming. He coming. I'm like, all right. So then it was around like 1 o'clock. No, probably like 12. I'm like, Casey, are you hungry? I was like, Casey, if you hungry, go heat the food up in the microwave because I let his food sit in the microwave. So he ate like half of the sausage and maybe like 2 pieces of his French toast. Excuse me. So and then he was like, Mommy, I'm gonna wait till Granny to get here, right? I'm like, all right, cool. So around like 2 o'clock, Casey was getting hungry. So then he was like, Mommy, is this lunch? I was like, yeah. He like, it's getting almost time. It's almost time. I said, Casey, what is you so pumped for? He said, my grandfather come in. My grandfather come in. I'm like, oh God, okay, whatever. So my father had called me around say 5 o'clock, right? And he was like, I'm gonna come, but he had to take his work truck home and get his car. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he like, is it a pizza spot where you live at? I said, I don't know. He's like, is it a pizza spot to deliver where you live at? I said, I live in the hood. It's hard to get food delivered here, right? So Casey just kept saying, Casey ended up getting hungry around this time. I said, well, Casey, your grandfather about to bring you food. Do you want to eat or do you want to wait? He said, I want to wait. So, I guess my father was taking too long. So Casey was like, Mommy, call my grandfather and see how far away he is. So then Casey ended up calling my father and was like, he left him a message like, Grandfather, where are you? So then my father called him back. And when my father called him back, he like, I'm at the store. I'm ordering you a pizza. So let me tell y'all, he didn't been to where I live at. He just never been in my house. My father have not. Damn, hold on, wait. Let me just tell y'all this. My father has never been inside of any house I ever owned or ever rented. And I lived a lot of places. I lived on Gorsh. I lived on Greymount. I lived on Curry. I lived Punjab. I lived Alton. I lived Six Flag Lane. I lived on Belgium, and I lived here. And like in my bed in Todd Avenue, but like my father had never been in my house, right? So I live I live right here. It's trash cans right here. It's other houses right here. It's a little opening, and then it's my sister's house. So like we live like really close to each other. So he was like, where you live at? And I told him my address or whatever. And he called me like, I'm outside. I'm like, you're not outside of my house. But he was up further up the street or whatever. So like he called me and I'm like, all right, come down and whatever. So then Kason was like, Mommy, he right here, Mommy. So he let him in and Kason was watching Aladdin, the first one with Robin Williams in it. And my father was like, who? He like, a genie? I never seen a genie. He like, I don't know. I've seen this movie. I said, you seen this movie? This movie came out in 1997. You seen the movie? So he stayed here and watched Kason watch the movie. We'll chit chat. We did a little chit chat and whatnot. I mean, it wasn't hard, but it was just like I just want to. And the crazy part about it is, I don't know when he did it. I don't know when he did it, but my father has a gold on this tee, right? I looked at him today for like the first time in a long time. And I'm like, when did you take your gold out? He like, oh, I've been to the gold out. That just to tell y'all how much, I didn't talk to him. I didn't pay no mind to him. So yeah. But he stayed for like an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. Here with Kason, and Kason was just like in heaven. He was happy. He was happy. He was really happy. Really, really happy. And then my father was like, all right, I'm leaving. Kason was like, no, don't leave. And my father was like, I'll just call you tomorrow, Kason. So for all y'all people who want to know where the relationship with my father and I stand, I'm still not his best friend. He ain't my best friend. It ain't gonna happen today. It ain't gonna happen tomorrow. But for some reason, my son loves my father. My son loves him, and I'm not like other people, right? Because like other people, like if you're my enemy, you my kid's enemy, right? But or like if I don't like you, my kids can't like you. I don't feel that way. For me, I feel like what you did to me is what you did to me. Just make sure you don't hurt my son, right? So he was like, yeah, I'm going to take you over my house. Okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. My son is able to express. You guys know how my baby talk. My baby is able to express exactly what he feel like when he want. Yeah. So hopefully, my father will continue to spend time with Kason. I don't know. Kids got that fifth sense in their head and whatnot. And I guess Kason was like, Mommy, I'm going to knock your burials down. I'm going to knock your walls down. I want a relationship with my grandfather. And you know what? I'm here for it. I had great relationships with all of my grandparents. Yeah, I guess I had a great relationship with all my grandparents until, like I got a little bit older. My father, he talked about my grandmother when she passed away, and I cut that man off, and all my sisters and brothers cut him off. Um, my mother, she was just me. My father, mother, I loved her to death. My mother, father, I loved him to death. I love him too. So yeah. So anyway, guys, it's a new leaf. I'm turning a new leaf. I'm opening up a new page, and yeah, I did not take a video of my father. How do he look? He looks like me. My big lip, his big lip. My head is round. His head is round. I think we might be the same skin tone. I don't know. I think it's a video on here of my father, or not a video, probably like a picture of my dad. Maybe a video too. I don't know. But anyway, guys, my back is hurting and I need to lay down. I just wanted to come on here and say November the 26th, 2022 is Kason's first QT time with his grandfather. The first time that I actually sat and had a conversation with no yelling, with no disagreements with my dad since 2008. Y'all do the math on that. That's a long time. But I'm out, guys. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this video. Don't forget to give that girl a likety like, a thumbs up, and to comment. Do any of you guys have any issues with your mom, your dad, sister, brother, uncle, whatever? No drama. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't condone drama in front of Kason at all. At all. Kason, he hear me yell and he hear me fuss, but like nothing major, right? So I feel at peace a little bit. I still feel like I need an apology or whatever, but we're gonna do the baby steps. But again, as I told y'all, my back is hurting. I have to Thank you. You're a very good mom. I try to be, but I'm gonna come back. I think tomorrow, me and Kason is gonna do a live paint night. Either if not on my channel, on Kason's channel, because Kason do have a channel. All right. Good night, guys. Oh, gotta lay back. Gotta lay back. Come on, cut off.